Hey everyone, Clint here from Big Bold Brave, and yesterday I started a post with 12 keys for you to stay at peace, for you to have a lifestyle where you're living in peace. I gave you the first 4. Today I'm going to give you 4 more. Full disclosure before I do that though, I am wearing a hat. Simple reason, yesterday I was not, and my wife made fun of me. She said it looked like I was wearing a kippah. And really, it's just my hair growing out from being bald over the summer. So anyway, that said, I don't want to be ridiculed today, so I'm wearing a hat. Thank you. All right. So here's number 5. When making a really tough decision, I've found it helpful to write out just a simple pros and cons worksheet. Now, I know that's, again, it's rudimentary. It's not really complicated, but I've found that the simplicity of that has made it very easy sometimes to really weigh the pros and the cons of a given decision. And often it brings down my emotional state to a more practical state to where I can sift through those things and not react so much, but be able to respond in the way that I need to respond to make a solid decision. So that's very helpful, I have found. Here's number 6, carrying stories of God carrying you through hard times. What do I mean by that? It means collecting testimonies. We've had a lot of different things that we've battled over the years that God has been very faithful in. And so if you have a relationship with God, you need to do the same thing. You need to remind yourself of how he has carried you through tough times. And here's the amazing thing about testimonies. Sometimes you may not have a testimony for what you're currently going through, but I guarantee you someone else does. And so testimonies are just as powerful when we borrow them from someone else, because we're just reminding ourselves that God is on our side and everything's going to be okay in the end, and things are going to work out. So collect stories. Here's number 7, express gratitude often. Now, we don't always feel grateful. I know I don't always feel grateful. I'll give you a really quick one. On September 23rd, it was the 3-year anniversary of our oldest son, Gabriel, passing away in the plane crash. It's not a day that you would normally feel grateful for. And that morning, I hadn't thought about how I was going to try and process the day, because those of you who have suffered an extreme loss like that know that there's something about the calendar day of that particular loss. It weighs on you differently than any other day might. And so it was earlier in the morning, I went in to see Amaryllis in the bathroom and just asked her, hey, how are you doing today? And she said, I'm going to be grateful today. And I just looked at her, and it just struck me, and I said, that's really good. I think I'm going to do that too. And so I followed her lead that day. And so we focused on just being grateful for the great times that we did have with Gabriel, and just so many parts about his life that brought value to us while he was with us, and the things about him that are bringing value to us still to this day. So express gratitude often. It's a really powerful, powerful force. And here's number 8, the last one for the day: minimize or eliminate watching the news. Some of you, if my dad were still with us, he would have said, time out, foul, because he watched Fox News and listened to Rush Limbaugh way too much. Here's my point with that. You're going to find out anything you need to know. And here's the truth. You turn on any news program, I don't care who it is, if it's a conservative network, if it's a liberal network. This isn't a political statement. But the first 15 to 20 minutes is going to start out with the absolute worst news they can give you. So it's going to revolve around violence and murder and people dying in accidents and all of those types of things. And why is that? Because they know that bad news actually sells. It's a sad thing, but it's a fact. It's true. So it's always going to start with a bunch of negativity. And so I just propose to you that you don't need to watch the news on a daily basis to stay informed on what's going on our planet. But if you are someone who spends a lot of time with that, it's going to rock your peace. You're going to think the world is falling apart. And, there may be some things that's going on, but there's a lot of amazing things and a lot of amazing opportunities in this world as well. And so I just say, monitor, if not eliminate, watching the news, and you're going to find peace is easier to hold on to. All right, so we're up to 8 now. God bless you guys. Have a great day.